I read before that obviously, unfortunately, you weren't able to meet her before she died, but you spoke to her over Skype and stuff beforehand in prepping for the role?
No, I didn't speak to her. No, Damien and Ryan met her.
Okay.
And Jim Hansen, who wrote the book, gave me the tapes that he had made of the original recordings when he was writing the book when he met Janet, and so I felt like I had lots of material to go on, which was invaluable. Really, I couldn't have done it without it.
Yeah, sure. And the one thing I liked about the film is that it's the Neil Armstrong story, but it shines a spotlight on the families and the effect it has on the outside thing. Was that an important thing in taking the role for you, that it was like the women in his life and his children were as much of a part of it?
Yeah, well, that was clear from the very beginning to me when I read the script, and that's why I was so interested in it, was because it was the story of Neil and these 10 years, but it showed the significance of his family and what a role they played in his choices and his decisions and how he, went about those missions, really.
Yeah, and is there anything in particular you learned about Janet that surprised you, that perhaps you never knew beforehand?
Well, I didn't know anything about her beforehand. I mean, I did find, she was an extraordinary woman. She could fly a plane. Her father flew, and so she flew. And she wanted to get a pilot's license, but she never got round to it. So she definitely understood Neil's fascination with flight and space travel and all that.
Great. And I was talking to Olivia earlier, and she said there was some form of improvisation on set beforehand. Was there anything in particular that maybe didn't make the final cut that you were a bit disappointed that never showed up in there?
No, I mean, I think that Damien has made an absolutely extraordinary film, and even if it didn't make it into the film, I got to do it, and so for me, that's why I do this job, really. So, but I think the film's sort of almost perfect.
Great. Just finally, I can't leave without saying congratulations on your Emmy for
Thank
The Crown. I've read that Matthew Good had heard what was going to happen to his character in season 3 and was a bit disappointed he didn't get to do certain storylines. So I was wondering if there was anything from Queen Elizabeth's life that you're like, I really wanted to do that.
No, I had a good innings, and I am very, very grateful and lucky that I played her for the time that I did. I'm happy with my lot.
Next up for you is Girl on the Spider's Web. It's similar to this. You're not taking on a real life person, but someone who's been played before on screen. Did you happen to watch those earlier films, or is it very much taking it on your own take of Lisbeth?
I mean, I watched them as a fan, so I watched them, I watched all of the Swedish ones, and I watched the Fincher film. And so you can't erase the memory of watching such extraordinary work, so they're always in there. And so, I didn't re-watch them because I think that would have been giving myself quite a hard time. But, I honour and respect it. I don't try and, pretend it never happened or anything like that. I just feel very, very lucky that I've been allowed to have a go at it, and I'm very proud of the film.